A very good day. I am Joel, son of Kolande Velu. A quality education is one of that invests in the educational community, the entire support structure necessary to uphold the curriculum and instruction process. And nations like Canada, Greece, Finland, and so on practice a different concept to create an identity for educational purpose. But we as Malaysia has a unique education policy is well known as a vernacular schools, which are schools that use language other than Malay and English as the main medium, have been around since colonial time. It is rare because even in Thailand and Filipino or other Asian countries are still in a progressions to have a vernacular education system so it can socialize up their unity. However, in past, during an event in Bangkok in October 2018, Dr. Mahathir said that at the state of Malaysia independence, the government wanted to establish a single national school system. However, some people insisted that they are allowed to follow their own culture, the culture of the country they become from, he said, referring to school and curriculums and were developed when a group of workers from China and India migrate to Malaya under British colonial rules. This meant that different races go to different schools. They don't get to know each other, and when they leave schools, they go to work with people who are the races with whom they have had little or no contact. This stands in the way of the national unity. Currently, a paper published in 2018 critically assumes that the education system that the average reading competencies and performance in science and mathematics of Malaysia students lag behind countries such as China, Vietnam and Thailand, with many parents recognize the high standard of vernacular schools in comparison of national schools. Also, in future, national schools and its managements should reflect the country multiple ethnic compositions. There is a lack of emphasis on the teaching and learning of English and vernacular language unless national schools address their differences. Parents will continue sending their children to vernacular schools. Well, the issue that we're going to explain was abloshing vernacular education system impact on social harmonization in Malaysia. Perhaps the issue of surrounding vernacular schools have been a subject of continuously debates since the early stage of independence, with being the biggest government crackdown in history against the oppositions over the administrations of Chinese vernacular schools. The issue has morphed into a topic riddled with racial undertones, distorting the perceptions of many Malaysians against the issue. Firstly, it gives primary school students the opportunity to interact and bond with Malaysians of different race from a young age. This will strengthen national unity in a long run. Without the interaction, the individual might more prone to microaggressions in the workplace. Secondly, abolishing vernacular schools could remove the questionable practice of political parties funding schools. In Malaysia, political parties often given donations to specific schools in order to gain political mileage in their voters base. This is frowned upon by the international community, as many view it as a from implication bribery. It also disadvantages because education should be viable and equal to all regardless of the type of schools. Centralization the type of schools in Malaysia could make schools less of a target of crafty politicians.
We conclude it is the current Malaysian public education system is many ways has been limitation, encouraging more entertaining, but it is more uncomfortable to the vernacular schools. Picking on the low-hanging fruit, more controversial effect should be cancelled towards reforming the broken education system and gather nationality unity. The start by the strategy, the exercise of vernacular school and bear on the national harmony.